what is up, guys? Gabriel here. Today we're gonna be doing a day in the life of a clothing reseller who does $20,000 a month, which is like a little less than $700 a day, I'm pretty sure. It is currently 5:20 a.m. I just finished up in the gym. Yeah, so just hit a little like hour-long workout at the gym. I'm about to go home, change out of these clothes, and then we are gonna hit the bins. They open at 7 and it's about a little over half an hour away, so I'll make it there a little early. Today, the goal is to source at least 60 items. The reason for that being is I'm actually going out of town tomorrow being Friday, and then I'll be out of town Saturday and Sunday as well. So I need to compensate for the listings on those days. And I also fell behind a little bit on my listings the past few days. So today actually is gonna be a record for me. Today we're gonna try and list 50 items and also source at least 50 to 60 items as well. So we're gonna hit the Goodwill bins. Hopefully we can get at least like 30 to 40 items there. And then we're gonna hit 2 to 3 thrift stores after that. And that should be enough to source 60 items. I have about 20 items in my Vinted drafts right now. And then I have another like 20 items that I need to still take pictures of. Yeah, that should be enough for me to list 20 a day while I'm out of town and also list 50 listings today. So it's gonna be a crazy day, especially because I'm running on like no sleep. Again, if you watched my last YouTube video, I have a really bad sleep schedule. So today's gonna be packed. All right, chat. I just left the bins. I kind of cooked, actually. As you can see, there's two big bags behind me. $95, which is almost triple digits. I almost never get to triple digits. I think I've spent over $100 at the bins maybe 3 times. So that means it was a pretty good haul for me. Past 2 weeks, it's been pretty rough. I'm usually walking out with like a bag. Like that's typically what I've been walking out with these past few days. Some weeks I walk out with 2 bags every single day, sometimes even 3. It's been kind of slow these past few weeks. A lot of, if you go to the Goodwill bins, you know, a lot of bins with the Goodwill tags on the clothing, meaning they already went through the Goodwill store, so they're usually not that good. There's been a lot of those. Not a lot of raw donation bins, which kind of sucks. We're gonna hit a few thrift stores. I live in Tampa, so the thing about thrift stores in my area is they're either 1, highly competitive, or 2, very expensive. That's kind of the thing that sucks about living in a highly populated, highly dense reseller area. So we're gonna see if I can find a few thrift stores that look promising. I honestly don't go to the thrift stores that much. If I do, I usually only end up walking out with like polos and stuff, because the vintage kids or whatever, they don't really sit there and go through all the polos, and I don't necessarily like doing that. But if it's the only way I can walk out with a few items and make it worth my time, then I'll sit there and I'll flip through every single long sleeve and polo, because I know the brands pretty well. I would rather be walking out with like Y2K vintage stuff, because I like selling that stuff more, and it's cool to me, and I'm trying to build some stuff up for my event that I'm doing for Valentine's Day, and I need vintage Y2K stuff for that. So, but we're gonna see. I just need inventory to list at the end of the day, so we're gonna go to a few thrift stores. Hopefully, I did get a lot of items, so let's try and get maybe like 15, 20 more items. That would be cool. So let's go. First stop, Salvation Army. Stop, Goodwill. All right, so we are back. It is like 2 p.m. right now. I'm pretty sure 1:30 maybe. So we got to the bins at 7 a.m. Probably, I think we stayed there until about 10:30. Then we left. I went to one thrift store It was kind of buns. I got, let's see, I got the bag right here. I got 3 things at the thrift store. I got horrible stuff at the thrift store today, Chad. But I did get this cool vintage like ocean tee with like a really cool back hit with the octopus right there. And then we got this, it's not even like vintage, but I paid $3 for each of these. This cool like the mountain night shirt, and this is a size XL. And then this is kind of a good brand, or it's not really a brand even. It's an organization, but I would be on the lookout for this kind of stuff. The vintage stuff goes for a lot more. Some of the modern stuff doesn't. Anyways, these are a pair of Boy Scouts cargo pants. Even though they're Boy Scouts, these are men's. The Boy Scout stuff, this is the tag. So a lot of the Boy Scout stuff, especially the vintage stuff, sells good. Like even if it's a Boy Scouts like shirt uniform thing, if it's a vintage one, those, it's like a, I don't know why, but those actually do sell pretty well. So I got these for $5 and I can probably get like 20, not a crazy flip. Then after that first thrift store, we drove to another thrift store, which was also pretty bad. Only got like 3 or 4 things at this thrift store as well. We got this like cool Y2K all over print affliction style shirt right here. This is a size 2XL, so another good size right there. We got a Vineyard Vines performance polo, size XL as well. And then we got a Under Armour playoff polo. These used to go for a little bit more. It's kind of saturated now, but this is a really big size, 3XL, and I paid, it was $7, but the green tags were half off, so I paid like $3 for this. $3 for a playoff polo in good condition. I'll do that. So altogether, I maybe spent like $25 at the thrift store for about like 6 items, so probably like $3 to $4 per item, average cost of goods. And then we got these big bags right here. Stopped sourcing earlier than I thought I would. I didn't think it would take this long to find 51 items. Like I didn't think it would take till 2 p.m. and I have to package up like 20 orders and take them to the post office before they close. So I kind of had to come back, but we almost got to our goal. I should have enough drafts and stuff in my death pile to make up for the loss, but I'm just gonna kind of go over some things that we got from the bins. We spent $95 at the bins and then $25 at the thrift store. So we spent like about $120 probably total for 51 items, which is pretty good. That's like a little less than 3 per piece. I'm pretty sure, or like 2.5 per piece, something like that. So let's just start, going through this stuff. I got like 4 pairs of these men's silver, I don't know if you can even see that tag, silver jeans. These are kind of model dependent. The way to check the model, at least on the men's ones, is there will be this tag right here, and if you look at it very closely, it says Craig. So I think 2 of them are Craig and 2 of them are Zach. I'll pop up comps for both of them right here. I got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of those men's silver jeans. So that was pretty good. We got this vintage, this is like 80s almost, maybe late 80s, early 90s, trench, made in USA, Syracuse, orange mint, obviously it's single stitch, very good condition. I don't really find that much really good vintage stuff anymore, so even though this is probably only like a $20, $25 shirt right here, it's still always cool to find vintage stuff. This one's interesting because there wasn't very many sold comps at all. It's a new with tags Western pearl snap. So if you don't know what a pearl snap is, it's usually the ones that literally have like buttons that are like kind of look like pearls, hence the name. But this is like in perfect, obviously it's a perfect condition. It's new with tags and it's a 2XL. There was almost like no sold comps for this brand. There was maybe like 10 listed, 1 sold, but none of this specific design, and it's a Western pearl snap. So even though the like eBay comps aren't like the best, there's not enough to really show me what it's gonna go for. I know it's gonna sell because it's a Western pearl snap, and it's a good size, and it's new with tags, so there's a lot there for me to work with to know that this will sell. It might take a little longer to sell since it's not like a highly sought after brand of Western pearl snaps, but a new with tag Western pearl snap, I should be able to get $20 to $30 for this. This one is kind of interesting. It's a Polo Ralph Lauren flesh pony, but it has this weird, you would think that's a stain. It's not. It's actually like a weird tie-dye print on it. It's a Pima cotton, size extra large with the flesh pony. So big size, Pima cotton, and there's a design on it, kind of. $15, $20 right there. This probably was my best item I found at the bins. It is a, I had to look this up. It is a Cherokee motorcycle jacket. Now, a lot of the motorcycle jackets for this brand were selling anywhere from $60 to $200. It was all over the place, but none of them were honestly as cool as this one. So I could maybe get $200. I'm probably gonna price it at like the $100, $120 rate. But there was none as cool as this one. This one has a very, has some cool designs on it. The back is where the coolest part. It's kind of like, it looks like a skull right there to me, but maybe I'm tripping. But none of the ones on there had on eBay listed of this brand had any solds. Sorry. None of the ones I seen of this brand on eBay had any like design or anything. Like, they were either just bland leather motorcycle jackets or bland just like padded. Like, this has like pads on it and stuff. This is a very quality piece, and it's a larger size. Yes, it is a size 3XL. So again, when it comes to like men's clothing, the bigger the better. At least that's what I've seen. Just because it's a size small doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just depends on what it is, of course. But yeah, so this is probably our best piece. And luckily it's not dirty or anything, because I don't even know how you would go about washing something like this, especially because it has all the pads and stuff. So very cool find right there. You can't go to the bins without finding one Harley Davidson piece. Just really cool, well, basic but still cool Harley Davidson flame piece. Little flame Harley hit on the front right there. That's a modern one. This one's pretty cool. It's a vintage cable knit, made in USA, size extra large. I'm not gonna say this out loud, it's too close to another word, but you can read that tag right there. Made in USA, size extra large. I looked up the comps for this, 25 to 30 since it's vintage and it's cable knit or whatever. So cool piece right there. This is interesting. This is a collegiate piece, but it's on a Y2K Aeropostale tag. So mall stuff is up right now, so this might increase the price. I would have picked it up anyways because it's a quarter zip fleece with a college on it. Yukon, I'm pretty sure it even has an Aeropostale hit on the sleeve right there. So it's got a lot of things going for it, chat. You always look at the items and try and if you can find 3 things about it. So for instance, quarter zips are up right now, college is up right now, and mall brands are up right now. So this is hitting 3 spots. That is enough for you to not even look up the comps. At least for me, especially when I have Depop. I know this is a good Depop item and a good eBay item and a good Poshmark item. So I don't even need to look up comps for stuff like that. This one is another college piece. Arizona Wildcats, like embroidered hit right there. This one's not really vintage. It's on an NCAA tag. And it's a size small, but $15 on Depop for that. This one is interesting. This one a lot of people would pass up. This might have even been a throwback. It's a Marlboro knockoff. So I'll pop up the real Marlboro tee right here. So this is kind of like a knockoff of that tee, and it says Old Row. So it's not Marlboro, but since it's almost like the same graphic as a really rare Marlboro tee, I can still probably get $10 to $15 for this on Depop. These are a pair of vintage army military pants, camo cargo pants. If I see these at the bins, I always pick them up. Sometimes, depending on like the model number and the year, they might not be that good for eBay. But no matter what, these are good for Depop. I got a few Indianapolis Colts pieces, and they're both pretty good actually. So this one is a size extra large full zip fleece jacket with the embroidery. So this might be like $20, $25. It's in perfect condition. And then this one is pretty cool. An Indianapolis Colts full zip reversible jacket. So it's got the hits on it and it's reversible. I'm not gonna like fully reverse it, but it does reverse, and then there's a graphic on the like embroidery on the other side. So this might be like 30 to 40. I haven't looked for the tag yet, so but it does kind of look like a more of a vintage piece, but maybe not. Either way, good profit on that one. We just have some basic Levi's 511s right there, perfect condition. This one, another cowboy related one. I just noticed I got two cowboy stuff. This one's like a really cool like Y2K graphic. I didn't even look this one up. It just has a cool back hit, so I knew it would be good for Depop. These are some Levi's 505 black shorts. Levi's shorts don't really have the best sell-through rate on eBay, but keep in mind it's winter time right now, so sell-through rate for any shorts on eBay is not going to be very good. I know these will sell on Depop, especially when it comes summertime. Any Levi's shorts at the bins, I always pick them. Well, any men's Levi's in good condition, I pick up at the bins, to be honest. This one, I haven't even looked up comps yet. This is another thing that kind of met like 3 spots for me. So I'll show you what those spots are. So first off, it's 100% pure new wool. It's made in Ireland. That's usually a good sign for like a wool thing. It's new with tags, and it's cable knit. So the 3 things for this would be new with tags, cable knit, 100% pure wool. I haven't even looked up comps for this. I don't usually pick up women's stuff, but it had a lot going for it. Like I said, it met my 3 things, and it's older, I can tell, and it's a size XL. That's a 4th thing. There's like 5 things going on with this item that would make me say, yes, this is a good pickup without even having to check comps. So hopefully the comps are good. I'm gonna pop it up right here. Maybe I'm biting my own tongue right now, and this is actually $10, horrible sell-through rate, but I don't know. Y'all have to solve for yourselves. That was all the stuff that was clean. So the bad thing about this is my goal was to list like, what did I say, 60 items, something like that, or take pictures of like 60 items. A lot of this stuff needs to be washed. So all the stuff I just showed you, I think I did a quick check, doesn't need to be washed. This pile right here, I'm gonna show you some more stuff I found does need to be washed, and I'm not showing you everything because that would make this video too long. So first off, I'm gonna show you this one. This is another kind of knockoff of a vintage tee. This is like, it has the star hit and then it says sex wax. This is similar to a like this shirt right here. I'll pop it up, but this is kind of another like vintage knockoff, and then it has like a back hit. This would definitely be a Depop piece, and I might only get like $10 to $15 for it, but it was $1. So this one, another college piece. Again, always picking up college. Louisville Cardinals. What size is this? Size, and a lot of XLs today. A lot of XLs. Good college hoodie right there. And then always gotta get some good polos. I didn't really get very many polos today now that I think about it, but we got this Travis Matthew size large striped polo, performance polo, $15, $20 for that. We got this vintage Planet Hollywood made in USA single stitch shirt right here, maybe like $15 for it, so not a crazy piece. This one's pretty cool. This is like a heavyweight Y2K South Pole hoodie, size extra large on this one. It's got like the waffle knit lining on the hoodie part, and then there is a few hits on it. They're pretty subtle. South Pole little thing right there, and then I think there's a sleeve hit, just like a little sleeve hit right there. So nothing crazy. It does have a few stains on it, but I think I'll be able to clean it up. And it is like very like nice fabric, and it's heavyweight, so I could maybe get like 20, 25 for this. Another cool like vintage piece. I didn't look up comps, but I'm assuming I can get easy like 12 to 15 for it. Vintage Fruit of the Loom tag, single stitch, Quebec, like Canada shirt. It's in really good condition, so you know, little vacation tee. And then my last video, I got some Duluth stuff. We got some more Duluth stuff, and this is an even better pair. These are like some heavyweight Duluth trading cargo pants. I do have a few paint marks on them, but since Duluth is like a workwear brand, it shouldn't affect the sell-through rate that much. Tag right here, 40 by 34. Really good pair of pants right here. Probably like $25 for those. And then on the same page as like the workwear brands, we got a 511 tactical, like utility full or button down long sleeve. The comps for this were pretty good, and the sell-through rate was pretty good as well. So I think I said like $20 for this. I'll pop it up. And then I don't really find Carhartt that much because all the vintage kids, like as soon as they seen Carhartt, they like bust a nut. But even though it doesn't really sell that good anymore. But I did find some Carhartt today. Some Carhartt cargo pants, pretty big size, 44 by 32. Damn, that is a big size, but they are in pretty good condition for Carhartts. And I always pick up Carhartt. That doesn't necessarily, the sell-through rate is probably just the same as Levi's, so it's not, it used to be a lot higher, but now it's, you know, it will sell. You might have to wait a while or price it under a little bit, but if you can get it for $1. This one is a pretty cool piece. This is a vintage, or like maybe Y2K vintage USF Adidas hoodie. If any of y'all are in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area, I'm gonna be doing a market on the 21st of February, so in like a week or two. And yeah, it's for like it's like a USF vintage market, so I'm trying to build up a lot of good USF pieces. So yeah, make sure y'all, if y'all are nearby, come hit me up. I'll be there. I'll have a lot of good stuff. So what's next? I'm going to get to work on packaging orders. I think I'm gonna do a little time lapse of me doing that, and then I have to take the orders to the post office, come back here to my office, and then we have to take pictures of at least like 50 items. So it is going to be a long day today. We have a lot of orders to package. We just sourced a lot of stuff. We gotta take pictures of a lot of stuff. We gotta list a lot of stuff. Whew. But hey, I want to show y'all a realistic day in the life of listing this many items, especially like because I'm about to go on a vacation and stuff, so it's really important that I have all these items in drafts and in pictures and all that. So yeah, let's get this thing going. I just finished packaging all those up. Now I gotta go take them to the post office, and then we're gonna start listing everything. Alright, so after that last clip at the post office, I went home real quick. My office is like 6 minutes away from my house, so I went home, washed everything that needed to be washed, and now it's about like 6. So I got most of the stuff that didn't need to be washed finished. I just have like those Colts jackets and like a few other things. And so now we just gotta get all that pictured, but we are making progress. I think we're gonna get to our goal. I can't do a time lapse of me taking pictures I need to use my phone to take the pictures. I will make a video in the future of how I take my photos though. All right, so I just knocked out the whole pile that was sitting over there, and pretty much the rest of it was sitting over here. Now I'm gonna go sit at my desk and list. It's getting kind of late, so I don't know if I'm gonna do all of them in my office, but I'll do a time lapse of the ones at least that I'm doing at my office. But I just finished uploading all of the listings, so now they're in my drafts. I think starting like right here, and then as you can see, like these are some items that I already, showed to you just to prove that these are the same items. But yeah, that's like one page of like 30. Go here, whole nother page of listings that I uploaded. So we got a lot to work with. I'm not posting all of it today. Like I said, I'm about to go on vacation, but yeah, I'm gonna start listing this stuff. Alright guys, I appreciate all y'all for watching. I'm currently in Orlando editing the video right now. I'm about to go to Universal in like an hour. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please, if you like my videos, comment anything you want me to make, any suggestions on video ideas you want me to make, anything like that, comment below. If you have any recommendations, anything, comment below. I respond to every comment. Also, if you could please subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so that would be awesome. I appreciate all y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in a couple days.